As the baby bulls battle to keep the dream alive and prevent the baby bears from squeezing this February pump into oblivion, will interest rate hikes by the Fed diddle Bitcoin and the stock market into dump city? And with the world seemingly getting worse and worse year after year, why not start another world war? Your host, Buster Shosh, and if you think February is off to a great start, then I have very, very big news for you. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to like, subscribe, turn these absolutely time-sensitive alerts as well. If you guys are interested in bonuses, securing your crypto, trading, getting altcoins, make sure to check out the links below. And as well, I have one Twitter and one Instagram. They're both below. Every other Twitter and Instagram of me is fake, and I'm never going to ask you how your trading is going, so do not respond to the scammers. Without any further ado, let's potentially start a third World War. With the SPX currently actually getting a rejection off the 50-day, slicing right below the 21-day, and even below the 200-day, the world is at a very interesting place as many things are developing already as we end this week and head into the weekend. So, as well with Bitcoin, we are getting a little bit, a very, very, very small pullback. But as I've been saying for like the past week, you know, going back below 40K, I think is absolutely not guaranteed, but extremely, extremely likely. And we've been talking about that ever since we started pumping, that going back below 40K is something you should be expecting. And it looks as though potentially over the next couple of days, as we head into the weekend price action to early next week, maybe we will see that. And again, that's nothing to panic about. There is going to be, I believe, like an emergency Fed meeting, and that's going to be very interesting as well. You know, are they going to increase the interest rates urgently? And how will that affect Bitcoin in the short term? So we start off here. Bitcoin's 30% recovery in 2 weeks as Bitcoin whales back in accumulation mode, with the number of Bitcoin addresses holding at least 1,000 Bitcoin has risen in recent weeks. As of yesterday, the total supply in these addresses was over 8 million versus the 7.95 million just about 3 weeks ago, according to Coinmetrics. And we do see clusters looking the same as they did leading up to Bitcoin's record high of 69,000, nice, in November of 2021. And Nick, an analyst at Ecoinometrics, says here, I don't know if this signal is going to continue being predictive of a sustained rally, but for now, it is working fine. And that's kind of the best you can ask for in crypto. And so he also says here, right now it's just warming up, adding that in theory, there's no obstacle to the price rising much higher except for the lack of momentum. And that is looking here at the aggregated risk score of Bitcoin, derived from 4 parameters: the risk of overextended market, risk of a low demand and high supply situation, risk of holders taking profit, and risk of increased selling pressure. And you can see that also just illustrated here in this chart. But then key levels to watch, obviously between 46 to almost 50K, 46 to 49K, as Bitcoin's current resistance range is citing higher trading activity inside the price area in the past. And you can just see that here. The support, very clear, a little above 40K. And that 49 to 46, again, we've been talking about for a few days, just very important. If we even just go back and look historically at some of these levels that Bitcoin has to maintain if it wants to go higher, obviously 40K is a big one. And as well, before we continue with that, Baby Musk meme coin drops 100% after rug pull. So I don't know why anyone would buy Baby Musk coin, but I'm sure many people have. Maybe the Baby Dogecoin squad really likes anything with Musk or babies in it. And so you can see the chart of it absolutely getting rugged right here. So, you know, probably not the best to ever invest in that. But as well, before we continue the Bitcoin's chart, the U.S. believes, this is breaking news, the U.S. believes Russian President Vladimir Putin has decided to invade Ukraine. And again, this is still a little early. It's nothing to really panic about at this point. This is, again, breaking news on Twitter. So be a little skeptical, and has communicated that the decision to the Russian military. 3 Western and defense officials tell Nick Schifrin, a defense correspondent with PBS NewsHour. So very big. And we've seen that, you know, we've seen this kind of precipitate throughout Twitter over the past hour or so. But Nick also adds here, U.S. officials anticipate a horrific, bloody campaign that begins with 2 days of aerial bombardment and electronic warfare, followed by an invasion with the possible goal of regime change. Very big. Will this affect Bitcoin in the stock market? Absolutely. In fact, the market did start tanking as soon as this news came out. It's had a little bit of a rebound, you know, after immediately reacting to that. But as well, the stock market is not has not rebounded. Bitcoin has had a little bit of a baby bounce, but yeah, for the most part, it's also just kind of trending downwards. And this will be a very interesting weekend. We are about a month and a half into this new year, and it looks as though we are going to continue the trend of 2021 and 2020, the trend of absolutely very big world events. Most likely, even if this doesn't amount to some big war, there most likely will be, very big news events to continue throughout this year. It seems as though every single year, the world just gets a little bit nuttier and nuttier. And with that, Bitcoin is currently just, it actually dipped a little bit below the 50-day moving average, and it's trying to hold that level with the 21-day moving average all the way down at about 39.6. And as we've been saying, I personally think we are going to see sub 40K prices, even if none of this news we talked about was if it existed. I still think we're going to see 40K no matter what, or a little dip below 40K, even though, as I've been saying, I think this is a very likely a macro uptrend. And again, one thing I think is interesting is, let's say that Russia does invade Ukraine. Remember, just days ago, Russia had the news of adopting crypto and legalizing crypto. And again, very interesting. I wonder how all of that might play into all of this. And it also does beg the question, because I firmly believe Bitcoin is going to be the best hedge and the best investment of the next decade, as it's already been the best investment of the previous decade. But are we going to enter some rocky territory here, as so much uncertainty globally? Whether it is economic or war-driven or both, how will Bitcoin fare in this new paradigm? As the world is clearly absolutely bananas. If you guys are new to the channel, please like, subscribe to me. This is absolutely 10 cents alerts as well. If you guys are interested in staking your crypto, earning rewards, getting altcoins, trading, securing crypto, make sure to check out all the links below. And as well, I have one Twitter and one Instagram, and they're both linked below. Never respond to any scammers, because every other Twitter and Instagram or email impersonator of me is not me. They're all just fake me's, and they're not real me's. I only have two real me's, and that's the Instagram and Twitter below in the comments and description, the pinned comment and description. And without any further magoo, that's it for me.